all anybody cares about is this Oprah interview with Meghan Markle. We're calling it the Meghan Markle effect because between her famous friends and her favorite things, there is a lot of positive impact that this bombshell interview has made. Let's start with the handful of famous faces that are showing their support for Meg and continuing the conversation about mental health.
Yeah, Denny, leave it to the Queen to take a stand for Meghan. And no, 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 I am not talking about the Queen of England. I am talking about Queen Beyonce. Beyonce took to her website yesterday. She shared a photo meeting the Duchess at the 2019 Lion King premiere, and she shared a message thanking Meghan for her courage and leadership. She wrote, quote, "We are all strengthened and inspired by you." I think that it's a really powerful moment when you see people like Beyonce coming out and using her platform to support Meghan during this really important week where we're having a lot of important conversations. And Beyonce is really just the tip of the iceberg. Several other stars have come out to lend their support as well, one of which being Sophie Turner, of course, the former Game of Thrones star. She shared a message of support for Meghan, specifically nodding to the fact that Meghan mentioned that she had had suicidal thoughts during that bombshell interview with Oprah. So Sophie called out all the people that were doubting Meghan's painful experience by sharing a quote from the account Be Kind Mental Health. She posted this to her Instagram story and it reads, "Meghan Markle probably isn't going to see your negative comments saying you don't believe that she was suicidal, but your friends and family who have been in the past will, and they'll never come and they'll never come to you for help. Don't be that person." I mean, how poignant is that? Kind of illustrating the fact that this is so much bigger than just Meghan Markle's story. It's really what Meghan is trying to do here is open up a conversation about mental health and prioritizing it around the world for everybody. Of course, that is a sentiment that was reflected in Hugh Jackman and what he had to say about the matter. He took to his social media and actually shared a video message praising Meghan and Harry for speaking out and having the courage to do so. Take a listen.
Everyone needs to see this because it is such an incredible example to never worry alone. Seek help. And I just want to say thank you, Meghan. Thank you, Harry, for your courage.
I think it goes to show you that, despite Meghan's very, very unique experience, I mean, it's one that many people will never experience themselves. They can relate to those mental health struggles. They can relate to her struggles, with motherhood, with being married into a family where you don't feel safe or accepted. And I think I think the thing that people are taking away from this is especially when Oprah asked, were you silent or were you silenced? Because that applies to so many things that she talked about in that interview. And for the first time, we heard from Meghan, and now those closest to her feel like they can step up and defend her as well, including one of her close friends for 17 years, Janina Gavankar. She's happy she can finally speak in defense of her friend. The actress appeared on ITV's This Morning on Wednesday, where she gave this candid reaction to Buckingham Palace's statement regarding Meghan and Harry's interview, stating that she doesn't know who knew Meghan was struggling, but says the royal family and the staff were well aware.
I'm so thankful that they are finally acknowledging the experience. But on the other side, I know that the family and the staff were well aware of the extent of it. And though their recollections may vary, ours don't, because we lived through it with them. And there are many emails and texts to support that.
I mean, that is a bombshell in of itself. She's saying they have the receipts to back it up. She also revealed that she actually watched the interview with Meghan. And she also shared her take on allegations that Meghan bullied two royal aides out of the palace. She emphasized that she is not speaking on Meg and Harry's behalf, but she did defend Meghan's character and dropped this revelation.
I can say she's not a bully, but I can also say that I am personally glad that people are doing their due diligence, because I also know why someone had to leave, and it was for gross misconduct.
Janina goes on to say that Meghan and Harry, quote, feel free following that interview.
And that is so perfectly put, because who wouldn't feel free after these, really massive claims of being silenced by the palace for such a lengthy amount of time? Meghan and Harry, they must truly feel like they can breathe a sigh of relief after speaking their piece and speaking their truth. But I want to talk a little bit more about what you called earlier the Meghan effect. Of course, the power behind this interview has really kind of transcended, and it's presented itself in so many ways. And on more of a lighthearted note, I want to give a shout out to an LA hotspot that has had the spotlight shined on it ever since Meghan mentioned during that interview with Oprah. She's a former employee of the Humphrey Yogurt. It's a frozen yogurt chain here in the Southern California area. And apparently, ever since Meghan mentioned it, I guess fans have been showing up and business is booming at Humphrey Yogurt specifically, right, naturally. So, of course, they've got this Sherman Oaks location, but I do want to point out Meghan actually worked at the La Cienega location way back in the day. Regardless, if you do support Meghan and you're into this story as much as I am, you can go and support by ordering a new flavor that just debuted in the Duchess's honor. It's called Banana Royale. It's supposed to be a blended combo of banana and peanut butter ice cream, which is a nod to Meghan's love of chocolate chip banana bread. And then there's also a little bit, of course, of peanut butter in there. Harry has got a soft spot for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So catch me at Humphrey Yogurt over the weekend.
Right. Your local haunt. But if you think that's crazy, someone else who's benefiting from this interview is Brady Bunch star Christopher Knight. Do you guys remember the patio furniture that Harry, Meghan, and Oprah were sitting on? Well, apparently it's part of his design collection, and they have now completely sold out. Christopher posted a photo of him standing with that collection on his Instagram, and he wrote, "I'm honored to have the patio chairs for my collection become the seat of the most fascinating, famous sit-down in recent history." It would appear Meghan and Prince Harry got knighted in a way never anticipated. The chairs were sold on sites including Amazon, Target, and Overstock.